We are here to do your channel messages and what I see for your star sign in each month. Now, if you do like this content, remember to click the bell. And also we do have a brand new edition, which is the Romance Zone. So stay tuned for that. I will be bringing those channel messages with the tarot live by mid-month. So if you do wish this content ahead of the game, you can join a YouTube membership where I pre-release these a week ahead. Take care, and let's have a look at what I see for your zodiac sign this month. Welcome back, Libra. Big month for you indeed, and for the world. Let's have a look at what I see coming through for you. We definitely are going to have a big month ahead of us, and there definitely is going to be big changes for you within your zodiac sign. If you do want a private booking, you can go to the link below. And yes, we will have a mid-month edition that is the Psychic Tarot, as well as a lot of other content. So if you do want this ahead of the crowd, you can come and join our membership. Now, what do I see going on for you? I do feel intellectually, as you do come into this month, you're going to have a lot on your mind. There can be a lot that you have on your plate, and I do really feel you're going to be rebuilding structures. Now, I feel this can come through in a sense, especially with Saturn moving into Pisces on the 7th. You're going to really be taking an audit, and something could be starting to become a little bit of a nightmare. Now, it doesn't have to play out that way. The reason I say such is because we're going to be having a full moon in Virgo. So, before you get into the month, if you can, I have been advising my Patreons really to get the house clean, get it in organization so that your month can flow more effectively with all the transits that are pending. So I do feel a lot of attention and a lot of crap has been on your plate, and it may have been really impacting you. Some of you are going to be focusing on your health quite critically. There can be these subjects where you're wanting to get fit, where you're being more strict with your nutrition and your diet. That with the workload maybe that you have on your plate, you're reviewing and creating healthy boundaries. And I think it is because Saturn is entering your house. I think it's absolutely necessary. So don't be surprised if you find suddenly you're needing to have, it's almost like re-erecting a building that is going to work more effectively for you. Now, Saturn and Pisces is going to be here until 2025. So these things in the long run will benefit you, especially with your goals you're setting out to achieve. I do particularly find that this month it's going to feel a little bit like Jekyll and Hyde initially. And I don't necessarily feel that's a bad thing, because it's usually in a retrograde or a major transit or a hard aspect that we actually gain the clarity of what a situation really is. And it's not until we have those moments do we actually make those critical changes. So I do really feel this in the long run is going to benefit you. You also, because of the full moon, there can be some paperwork that you're needing to get in order. I really do feel getting your mind to wellness and keeping your hydration up is important, and try not to be critical on yourself. There can be self-esteem subjects coming up to do with your body image, to do with how you see things. You also could just naturally pivot towards looking at things and journaling and saying, am I emotional? Am I emotional eating? Is there something in my nutrition that isn't working for me? Is there something in the environment where, and we see this sometimes in a sense of avoidance, in a spiritual sense. Sometimes we can just, be fuffling about and having no system and having no structure, which I don't necessarily feel that's what I'm saying for you guys. But it's this avoidance, it's this anxious energy. So I'd say be cautious of excess caffeine, of any pacifiers. This doesn't even have to be you doing it. It could be an external environment. I did hear another individual talking about these direct aspects. And the funny thing is, from my observation, especially with my coaching, what I have seen is it doesn't necessarily have to be Libra. It can be the external environment that is directly impacting these areas. So yet again, it may need to be that you create healthy boundaries, both with yourself and others, so that you can get the best out of each day. Now, with the Virgo moon, it is at the critical degrees. It's occurring on the 7th of March, 2023. Go easy on it. There can be a subject coming up to do with mother. This also can be to do with home-based businesses, changes happening where you're looking at budget, and really, getting out and about, getting some sunshine, not directly staying inside, but there's a new chapter happening, both at home. This could be a document that comes through for you, but I definitely see some paperwork. This could be a brand new chapter to a degree, which I do think is quite beautiful, especially because going from the 12th house, it can be a creative dream. Great time, as mentioned, to meditate, to release, and to be open to these beautiful new possibilities. Through your dream state, you could be quite psychic. You also could be getting some, it's almost revelations, intellectual revelations, going back in the vault of your Akashic records and having revelations of where you were stuck, or dream states also can bring through loved ones on the other side. I definitely have had that happen over the last few weeks. And with the energy of Pisces, because Mercury will be in Pisces till the 2nd, yet again, you can be quite busy, active, and then it's going to shift into this dynamic where your attention on your contracts, your body, your image, your diet, your love life is going to peak. And this is going to be quite a large subject. Collaborations for Libra will be quite open for you this year, really moving into 2024 as well. So be open to that. Be open to connecting with individuals. Just don't overschedule yourself. That's one thing I would say, especially moving into April. You don't want to be over-committing and under-delivering, because there can be some reflection and big changes happening at that point in time. Mars has been lingering through your 9th house, which I'm sure a lot of you will be very happy for that to shift out of Gemini. It has been there since August last year. It has made many individuals feel very exhausted. We had it in that placement for around 7 to 8 months. And it's quite a long transit. So your attention would have been on the 9th house. This could be to do with a partner from a foreign culture. This could have been to do with spirituality and religion. You may have needed to meditate quite a bit and be patient. There could have been subjects coming up to do with siblings. You may have really desperately wanted a holiday and be telling yourself, it's almost like a little bit of PTSD. It's like, I need a holiday, I need a holiday. But you might have found you went back and forward to do with that. And spiritually, we can actually create that wherever we are. It's creating a space that is zen, so that we can actually, have, how can I explain it? Have a moment where we can feel we're embodying that. Some of you may be thinking about your previous experiences. There could have been a contract that you were reviewing. There could have been a severing of a relationship, previous tense that you were reviewing. And there could have been some communication, a lot of long distance communication. Working on social media also is one way it may have played out, and it may have hindered you. You might have really been pushing hard to get things done, and there could have been a lot of pressure on you around life in that department, especially with people's belief systems potentially being projected towards you, that you really had to re-review to a degree. Now, if you were wanting to move, or you were dealing with an individual, these things can come to a head and dissipate, but your attention will be going into different areas. And I do feel this can be your personal purpose in your life. And some intensity can come if you're feeling unsure of yourself. So really honor the soul and know what your goal is. Have a sense of purpose. It's a little bit like the cup is half full if we don't have purpose. It's a pyramid in life. We have love, we have food, we have shelter, we have our interconnections. And this year, Libra, you're going to have a lot of opportunities, but it's saying get out of the house, start mingling, connect with those, and be open to people showing you the love of give and take. Now, as we do move to the 12th, we are having a Jupiter in Aries is making a conjunction to Aries in Chiron. Now, if there were some war wounds really around love, your connections, people that had hurt you, something's coming to a head here. So some information can be doing a 180, and a situation in your life also could be doing such. This could be a person from the past coming back. This could be you suddenly having a revelation, you're ready for love. It also could be a brand new friendship that comes into your life or a social contact. So be open to that. Look, I can say there is a potential of triggers here. This could, because it is Aries and Chiron. This is a once in a 50-year cycle. Unless you're over 50, you would not have experienced it before. If you are, think back to what happened 50 years ago, and it could give you a little bit of a PDF of maybe what that circumstance was. But it's an opportunity where we can step out of our way and we can be open to new beginnings and dynamics in the seventh house with money, value, image, love, interrelationships, collaborations. For the first time, but have the courage to do such. Don't be scared. It either will be a physical ailment or a psychological ailment where the nervousness can come in. So, removing pacifiers so that it doesn't agitate the nerves, especially with Uranus and Taurus in the mix. What else could I say? And be prepared. And definitely drop me a PM and tell me how it plays out for you. I'll tell you how it plays out for me. Then we move to the middle of the month, and we are having the Sun entering Aries. Venus will be in the house of Taurus, which you're a Venus sign, and you can be really focusing on the give and take. This could be information to do with inheritances, legacies, tax. It's Venus, though. You can overindulge. You may be reviewing your diet. Although I do see Libras this year having opportunities to look the best they've ever looked in their life, there is also a possibility this month with Venus and Taurus that we can reach for that cookie jar. So have your backup plan. Have the things that may be more pleasurous to you. It can be a very romantic, intimate time. You can enjoy the give and taking connections, and it can, for many Libras, be quite a positive change. I also do feel some of you could be really looking at your investments and saying, okay, where am I going here? What is my plan this year? What is my future? And it's not that we know definitely how things are going to go, but I can guarantee you some of these subjects are going to come up. This also can be in the area of love. There could be a circumstance where you could be attracting a suitor into your life that is quite well to do. They also could be quite attractive, very neat. For some, not all. I do know Libras do quite like their rustic gentlemen, or feminine. However, again, it is something where you are going to invest in that. And I do feel it could be that you're looking at your body. You could be really starting to nurture it. If you feel any point over the next 3 years, if something's off, go and get it checked, especially because we do have, Saturn in Pisces in your sixth house. You have to keep an eye on it. You've got to be strict with yourself and say, okay, short-term pain, long-term gain. What do I need to do? Do I need to go and address it? Because I do really see this to be a positive transit for you. But don't burn the candle at both ends. Know your limit. Breaking bad habits is also going to come up for Libra. But yet again, as I mentioned, it does not have to be that you're the bad habit. It could be the individuals in your life where you are creating healthy boundaries and saying, enough is enough. These are my benchmark needs. If you want to dance with me, this is the deal. And just if you have to keep reiterating it, just keep doing such, Libra. Know that you're worth it and know that you will attract very important people into your life in 2023. Now, Mercury is going to be in Aries, and I do feel you're going to be pretty darn blunt. I'm just going to say. But because you do have Libra in your Venus house, regardless collectively, your individual birth chart's different. Both will resonate. Your individual one will be more relevant to you, but you still will get hits of your general energy. What I do see is there could be a lot of communication coming in. There could be a lot of thought. There could be a lot of going over old ground, reviewing of contracts, signing of paperwork, going back and forward, heated exchanges. Try to keep it neutral, okay? It may be necessary that you're firm, but it could be you're going to be very busy. Try not to rush. You could be a little bit accident prone until about the 25th. And then after that, we can feel a little bit more neutral in that area where you'll get different subjects coming up. The 25th, we have Mars finally moving out of Gemini. And now, if it was a time, and I don't know why, I actually feel some of you may take a quick break. There could be a quick break. There could be suddenly you're working online, or it could be that you're going to a distance, you're looking at somewhere you want to live at a distance. This also can be a bigger picture goal where you're looking for a holiday. You also could be working and traveling for work for some of you. Now, Mars entering Cancer is going to activate your 10th house. This can be like you are obsessed about your purpose, okay? Because it's a little bit like it's passionate, okay? Mars is passionate. Try to be patient at work. I don't think it will be. Mars in Cancer can be over emotional. It can be frustrating. It can be tense, but it also can be nurturing, understanding, but firm. So if you do come through that way, quite natural, very healthy. But your attention and fixation and nurturing and being creative, home-based businesses, this can really activate it. It's going to sit here for a little bit, not as long as Mars and Gemini. So hurrah for Geminis, and anywhere else we have Gemini in our chart, or Virgo. I'm sure we'll be very happy for that transit to shift out of that location to kind of ease where we can intellectually have forward momentum in 2023. Finally, after so many years. Love and light. I will see you for your romance read mid-month. Be open, Libra. You've got a lot of good things coming. Trust yourself. Know that you've got this in the bag. If you need that added support, come through and book a reading or grab a membership. Take care, beautifuls.